All right. Episode 2 tonight. We just got our first round of play-ins. Hornets versus crap, I'm losing it.
The
Pacers.
Pacers. Yeah.
Yes, the
Pacers. And then
Pacers.
Celtics versus the Wizards. Let's start with the Hornets versus Pacers. Right off the bat, we're wrong. We were wrong.
We
All
were
three of us
dead
were
wrong.
wrong.
Yo, we were
Dead
so
wrong.
wrong. We were so wrong.
We got caught in the hype of the mellow ball. But
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
I think what showed tonight is they're too young. Like we touched a little bit on it. It's like they have no experience other than Rozier,
Yeah.
right? They got spanked. Like they're down 30 something by the fourth quarter. Um, and then if you look at their key guys, you got Devontae Graham, you got
Mellow
Rozier,
ball.
you got
Mellow
Mello,
ball.
yeah, and you have
Bridges.
Bridges. Okay, and then you have Malik Monk. So you got these five guys,
Yeah.
right? Not a single one of them plays defense.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So like if you watch what in the first quarter they get 40 points right.
Yep.
Yeah.
20
That's
it was a score was 40-24.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the inexperience shows. You can't give up 40 points in a playoff game in the first quarter. Like
Yeah.
like in the playoffs, like the game slows down a little bit, defense collapses, the whistle like stops, right? It's more physical. Like you gotta have an identity on the defensive end. So
I felt like
Yeah.
I feel like they were a little bit like really super excited about getting into the play-in. So it just they thought like, oh yeah, let's just do free flowing offense, and then it just like, oh, it's not hit, like shots wasn't going in, and then uh plus that you don't play defense, and it's just like, oh, that's a bad recipe, right? And then yeah, I mean, like at the end of the first half, I mean, Indiana was like what 70 points or something already, and then there was like 70 something to 40 thing. Let me like double check. I
No, I
believe
think it was like close to 70. It's like 60 something to 40
69,
something. Yeah,
69,
yeah, yeah,
69 to 69 to 45. I'm just like, oh
yeah. 24-point lead. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Something I noticed was like they just got roughed up. Like every time someone tried to go in, like someone's gonna hit, like someone from Indiana try to hit them, they fall, and then like LaMelo falls, someone falls. They're like, "Hey, where's my foul?" They don't get it, right? And then like that's like playoff, right? Like Indiana came out playing like this is a playoff game, but then
yeah.
like Hornets came out and was like, "Yo, we're in the play-in. This is not playoffs yet. This is just a play-in game. Let us try to run because they want to run, right? They like to get out on the fast break." And Indiana's like, "Yo, let me shut that down. We're not gonna let you play that." And then
I
they
think
didn't get that chance.
Indiana, like now that you mention it, like we gotta keep in mind this was the same Indiana team that took LeBron to game 7 a couple
No,
years
it
ago.
wasn't. No. It
But
wasn't.
other than Oladipo, you take Oladipo away, it's cut.
There
It's
was no Brogdon. There was no Brogdon. I actually like looked it up because I wanted
yeah.
to say that they were experienced, but then they were only just a little bit more experienced than this Hornet team.
But they played last year though,
They
didn't
played
they?
last year, yeah. They
Yeah.
played last year, but then basically from before, like that team that took LeBron, they had Thaddeus Young, they had Jeremy
Okay.
Lamb.
Okay.
I think
Jeremy Lamb is not a
they,
factor.
they had Jeremy Lamb, and then they also had like who they had TJ Warren still on the team, but TJ Warren is
Yeah.
out, right? He
Okay.
he he. What did he do? He broke his leg or something. I don't know what he did, but
Okay. Hey, TJ McConnell. That guy's got
yeah,
playoff experience, right?
yeah, he does.
hey, and I also want to say like with Doug McDermott, that guy,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
like I mean,
he shot
like
lights out.
I don't know if you guys remember like when I used to watch him in the Thunders, right? He's just really like a role player, right? But yeah, ever since he went to Indiana, I'm just feel like, oh, he's actually like improved so much, like just a all around basketball player. Like, his hitting, his shooting, his hitting, his shots. Pretty good defender as well, right? I believe. And yeah, he played like 26 minutes, scored 21 points. I'm like, yo, hey, I feel like he's being overlooked by the league right now. I mean, personally, I never like took him like seriously as a good basketball player, but like ever since he's playing in the Pacers, I feel like I've been super surprised. Like I feel like he's he developed like a really all around skills now.
Do you feel McDermott is like a young Kyle Korver?
I was thinking about that earlier
It-
when I
like
was watching him
they have
shoot
a
in the
bit.
game.
Yeah, they can shoot. They both can shoot, but their size, right?
I
McDermott's
felt like
he's not a small guy.
I feel like he's even a slightly better defender because
Mhm.
Kyle Korver, was he ever known to be like a
No.
good defender?
No.
Because I feel like Doug McDermott really became like kind of like what you guys call the 3-and-D, right, kind of thing. And like the coach trust him with
I wouldn't
defending
go
aside
that
defensive
far as
aside.
calling him a 3-and-D.
I mean like
but
he's definitely but he improved so
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah,
He definitely did. He
He
definitely
improved
did. He
so
went
much.
from like nothing, absolutely no defense,
Yeah,
to like someone who's kind of reliable, like you're saying, right?
yeah. So
He was
I mean.
he was almost out the league at some points, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It felt like he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Thunders, he was really like probably like the 10th man that comes out of the bench. He like play like 10 maybe 12 minutes, and then now he's like a 25-minute guy, pretty consistently. So
Yeah. Oh, before we forget, Karis LeVert out with COVID protocols,
Yeah,
right?
that
And
was
we
huge.
thought we thought the Pacers were just gonna roll over. Last time we talked, like the
Yeah.
internal, like the coaches fighting. Okay, I need to look into this, but the coach Greg Foster, he was the former NBA player, correct?
yeah, he played for the Pacers.
hmm
Wait, is he the same guy that played for the Utah Jazz?
No, it's a different person, I think.
Different?
Different player, I think.
Different
Yeah.
player. Okay, I'm thinking
Yeah.
about somebody else.
Greg
Let me
Foster,
take a look.
isn't that a ref too?
Greg Foster, did he play like the Karl Malone Jazz? Or am I
This
getting
can be
mixed up?
Googled. This can be Googled.
Oh, hey, he did. He was the Utah.
Yeah.
He might be.
Yeah, Utah Jazz.
95
Yeah.
to 99. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he played the MJ era.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay. But he was a tough guy. He was tough.
He
was like one of
retired. He retired in 2003.
okay. He was like one of the tough guys for the Utah Jazz.
Uh-huh.
So like this rookie that's going after him, like maybe that's not the best idea.
Yeah, but
Like
this
this guy's playing against MJ in the finals.
yeah, this guy averaged 4 points his entire career. Like I don't want to call him a bum, but bro,
And he had a reputation on the Jazz. Like I remember watching him. Like he had a reputation.
See, like
Yeah, I think he was
that's
like-
out of my range, right? That's
He was
out
like
of my range.
he's a backup for like is it Greg Ostertag or something?
Yeah,
remember that's his
he's
name.
like one of the backup bigs, the Antoine Carr,
Yeah.
Greg Ostertag. Like he's one of the like enforcers kind of thing for the Utah
Yeah.
Jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Okay.
like I'll be honest. I don't think our prediction was that far off. Like we talked about off the podcast. I was like, based on like what was going on with Indiana Pacers internally,
Mhm.
I felt like it was a fair prediction that we was like, Hornets, right? They have nothing to lose, and they could have just like go out. They could have easily sealed this one, but then I think Indiana just like. I mean, I assume they had like a internal meeting, just be like, hey guys, let's like get together, let's unite, let's handle those internal problems after the playoff, and then let's like try to like win, so
Yeah.
yeah.
And
I
they had
mean,
home court. Yeah, home court.
One more thing I wanted to add is that on what was it, Sunday that we talked about this? Was it Sunday night? Yeah, on Sunday night when we talked about this, we didn't know that Malcolm Brogdon was going to come back, right? Like even up until like yesterday, there was no news that he was going to come back for sure. And then this morning, he decided that he is coming back, right? So that was pretty big for them.
Yeah. I think this is like Hachimura's like first kind of play-in or playoff experience, right? Didn't do very well. Westbrook.
Oh,
Doesn't
we're,
do
we're
very-
we're moving on to
Oh, sorry. I'm just. Sorry, I'm getting caught up.
no,
in
it's
the
fine. Yeah, no,
It's
it's
all
fine.
good,
Yeah,
all good.
let's move on. This
Yeah,
is done,
okay,
right?
Hornets,
Let's move on.
Hornets done. Hornets done. Next
Yeah,
season.
Hornets
Oh, yeah,
done.
so
Let's
the
go.
Hornets
Let's
is done. They're
let's
eliminated.
Yeah.
let's-
Okay. But
let's
okay. So
move
let's
on
wait.
to,
Before we move on, what do you think about their off season for the Hornets? Like,
Lottery.
what-
They're in the lottery now, right?
as a
Yeah.
10th seed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're-
they get
they're
to
getting a
go
lot.
into the lottery. Yeah.
Okay. So they have like 5 wings, right? So
hmm
who are you gonna keep? And they also have PJ Washington.
I think they're
Um,
gonna keep PJ.
Wasn't there a rumor saying that Devontae Graham might be the one that they might try to like trade for assets?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's kind of like the undersized scorer where if you put Melo at the point guard, like you can have Rozier as that
Yeah, like they
scorer,
can
right?
move up in the lottery. I feel like if they decide to package Devontae Graham to with like a draft with whatever they get on the lottery, they can get something nice with like they can move up. I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
And they need to do
then
something with the-
didn't Devontae Graham say that like voiced his like like
Displeasure.
just
Yeah,
displeasure
because-
with the team ever since Melo was starting and everything. Like it's obvious that Melo is a better player and it's gonna be a more key
He's the future.
player,
Yeah.
right? He is the
Yeah.
future of the team, right? So basically him voicing his displeasure would basically mean that hey, either you choose me or you choose like Rozier, right? And
Yeah.
and like I don't know. Would you
Yeah.
would you guys rather keep Rozier or would you guys rather try to develop Graham?
Is Rozier up for a new contract?
No, didn't
I
he
think
just
he
sign it
signed.
like a year
Yeah, he
ago?
signed it like last
He
year.
signed a
wasn't it?
4 or 5 year contract with them, right? Last
What?
year?
No,
Like,
it was the
last year?
same year with Kemba Walker. So
Yeah, so a year ago.
it's only been a year.
This is the
No.
second season. This is their second season.
I wonder if he has a player option.
Let
And then
me
and
look
then
up his
Biombo.
contract. I don't have it on
Biombo's
top of my head.
contract. that-
Rozier signed it. He signed a 3-year, 56 million, almost 57 million contract.
Okay, so,
So
that's
he's
no
so
player
next
option.
year is so next year is his
Contract year.
contract year.
Yeah.
How about Biombo? Is his contract up?
Oh my god, Biombo's contract is crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, that
To
that
this
contract
day,
is
he signed that
untradeable.
so long ago, but to this day, like this
Contract
concert,
is
not this this contract is just, oh my god, man.
Let me see
Well,
if I can
it was based on one game where he got like 20 something rebounds, and then
Against LeBron.
yeah,
find-
yeah,
Hey man, LeBron be helping these guys get money, yo. Like opponents and teammates, man.
Oh, Biombo's contract is over. I think he might be. I think he's a free
Yeah.
agent next season. Yeah.
yeah.
So his
okay.
contract's off the book.
Okay, so
Okay.
they might have a little bit of money to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah, and they still have Gordon Hayward. So I mean.
Oh yeah.
So
Yes,
that
okay.
they're pretty stacked on the wing. So they need defensive reinforcement. They need to like figure out what they want to do with the guard situation, right? So
Yeah, there are too many.
The front
and,
court, like
and
you guys
Malik
mean
Monk.
like
Then Malik Monk, who's hasn't like lived up to his potential.
I think
I think he's
Malik
doing
Monk will just
better this
develop
year.
into like Lou Williams, Jordan Clarkson type of like super sub
Yeah,
where
six
you
man.
tell him to
Yeah.
take the ball, he can give you like 10 points one night and next night off the bench he can give you 40 points, which is what he's doing this season, right? He's had like 2 40-point games this season, something like that.
He just gotta stay healthy.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Okay, so Hornets are done. Pacers move on, and they're gonna play
against the Celtics. Oh wait, no, against the Wizards.
the Wizards. Yeah, so the Wizards
So we're gonna
lost.
go talk about that.
Yeah, so the Wizards lost to Celtics tonight. We were wrong again. We thought Beal and Westbrook can get it together for one night.
Hey, before we say anything, I just want to apologize to Jason Tatum for constantly doubting him this season. even though some of the things I say still stand true, I still don't think he's a great playmaker. But this guy really did prove that he can really carry the team
Well, for tonight.
for tonight.
For tonight. Against the banged up Beal, right? So
Beal did a pretty good job guarding him in the first quarter and a half ish, up until Beal couldn't handle it anymore because of his hamstring. So maybe with the health, I feel like with the healthy Beal, they might have been able to pull it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was looking at the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was looking forward to the Hachimura matchup with Tatum, but like he just got into foul trouble, and like this is his first taste, right, of postseason. Kind of postseason. So
right?
It'd be interesting because I know this year he was in and out with some like injuries, so no consistency.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
he's got that Kawhi Leonard feel, like when he plays well, like with his size. So it'd be interesting to see if he can develop into that. And then Bertans.
Go off, Matt. Go off.
Hey, I was saying
Clark's a secret weapon, right? He's at the Wizards' secret weapon.
I was saying this guy hasn't shown up this year, and tonight he's 0 for 7 on threes. That's what he's paid to do. He just needs to hit threes, and
No, he doesn't have Popovich in on the bench to be like yelling at him and screaming at him to be like, "Yo, get your act together, man! Start hitting some threes, man! This is why we paid you to hit threes, and then you're not hitting anything."
Oh man,
very disappointing. Okay, the Wizards, they only hit 3 threes tonight
as a team.
Yeah, as a team, 3 threes in a playoff game.
Oh, like, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, like that's honestly not gonna get done.
When I didn't check the box score until like mid through the fourth quarter, and then I was like, Hachimura only played like 8 minutes, and I was like, that's crazy. They
need some shooters. They have, let's see, Bertans. They have Beal, Raul Neto. Like, can you count him as a shooter? I don't know.
They don't have shooters.
Yeah, they have no shooters. So I think that's something they need to look to address this offseason. Celtics, Alex, what do you have on the Celtics tonight?
Jason Tatum.
Yeah, big night, 50.
Jace, like, okay. I also remember last time we talked. I also talked about how, like, if we needed one good game from Kemba, like, he might be able to clutch it for you, which he did, right? Yeah. He did kind of give us like a decent game.
Sorry, I'm gonna pull the box.
I mean, it's better than decent. It's better than decent, man. 34 minutes, 29 points. I'm like, I mean, I watched. I mean, I didn't watch the whole game, but like when I was watching the highlight, yeah, like he made some clutch shots. He was moving like, fine. They couldn't guard him like either. Like, there was like no matchup for him. Westbrook was never a good defender. Mm-hmm. And I don't think Westbrook was even guarding him. It was I think it was like I don't even remember who. I think it was Nate. Yeah, it was Neto.
It was Neto. It was probably like Ish Smith.
Ish Smith. Yeah.
Ish Smith was on.
It was just. I was just like, okay. I was just watching. It was just. Yeah, it's just like the Wizards doesn't have like a stopper, They don't have someone to guard the other team's best player. Like, you need to expect Beal, when he's healthy, to be guarding the other team's best player.
Well, they don't. Like, that's the thing. They don't guard. They're just trying to outscore you, right?
Yeah, it's just hard. Like, it's difficult. Like, you can't expect your best player to be, doing both, like, doing his part on both sides, because then. It's just really difficult, especially when he's not even healthy. And yeah, I was like watching. I'm just like, oh, you put Ish Smith in there. You try to switch around. It's just like, oh. And Tatum didn't have a good first half. Alex was telling us. Off the before we came on. And then in the second half it was just like, it's just like Beal couldn't keep up. Then Tatum just kind of had like free roaming. Like anyway, he hit pretty much anything that he wanted to. And then he was living in the free throw line, right? I saw on the box score 17 for 17, right? On the free throw line.
Yeah.
And then I mean looking at Boston, the box score, I mean it was Tatum 50, Kemba 29, and then it was Tristan Thompson with like the 12 and 12.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what they signed him for, like for these kind of games, right? He's gotta just get you rebounds and do the dirty work.
Yeah. So
which he did.
Yeah, which he did tonight. So yeah.
Also shout out Marcus Smart, man. That guy rolled his ankle, and then like he came back to play, and then I saw him try and go for a rebound, and then he bumped into Tristan Thompson. He just flat out fell on the floor. He laid there for like 2 seconds. He had to get up and run over to guard Beal like right away. Like, yo, man, that guy's crazy. He's crazy.
That's people always compliment Marcus Smart, right? It's like, he's a team player. Like, you hate to play him, but if he's in your team, it's like, oh man, you love him as a teammate. You hate him as an opponent, right?
Yeah, like man, like the way you see him, just like he jump up, he bumped into Thompson, and then he landed on his back from like getting a rebound. He ran like
he's the better version of Patrick Beverley,
like non-dirty version.
Well, you know what I don't like about him is his flops. Like that's that's what I don't like. But
you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Sometimes you play hard D, you gotta sell it to get the ref's attention, right?
Yeah, he's the better version of Beverly for sure.
It's all cerebral.
I mean, I want to go back to Beal. I mean, like just based on like the clips that I got to watch earlier, I mean he was moving okay. Like he wasn't moving like gingerly, because like how some players when they are like not 100%, it's like they kind of like kind of like don't go like the full throttle. Like I don't think I felt like I was like, oh hey, he was moving fine. But I felt like maybe the 1 for 6 on threes, I think like maybe he doesn't have the lift that he normally would have. And then with like try to guard Tatum in the first half, it's just like he just get like easier like more fatigue in the second half. Like he still, he still tried to drive in. I saw a couple of his drive. It was like he still made it. But yeah, I feel like maybe the hamstring factor really impacted his threes. And talk about Westbrook. I mean, he was 6 for 18. I mean, efficiency is never like his thing.
But tonight, what's surprising is his low assists.
People just didn't hit the shots, right? Like if we look at the whole team, like if Westbrook's dishing it out, like he's gonna be dishing it out.
I mean, if anything, I felt like he was his less actually like more passive tonight. Like I feel I didn't see a lot of like drives from him. Because normally he go full throttle 120 full speed, right? I didn't see that. I didn't see that on those highlight packages today. I'm just like, okay, like
he did try to do some of that. I would say when I was watching him, like nearing closer to when they were trying to make a run, especially in the fourth, he started hobbling a little bit. Like you don't know what's going on. Like he was posting up. Who is the backup point guard for Boston right now?
Pritchard?
No, another guy. He was backing up one of their guards, not Kemba. Another one of their guards. Maybe it was Langford, and he was doing well, but then he started hobbling out of nowhere, and he was just like kind of like just limping back after timeouts and stuff, and you're like, yo, what the heck is going on?
I don't like Westbrook, but I hate how this game kind of like gives those pundits like more opportunity to like talk bad about him. Like I was watching this morning on First Take again. I mean, like Stephen A was like, or was it like yesterday's episode? He was like, yeah, it sucks that Westbrook is not competing for championship, and then like he always like he's like the expectation for like Stephen A. and all those players like, oh, like he should be competing for a championship. But then like one bad game like that, like tonight, then it's like kind of like give them even more ammunition to be like, oh, okay, Westbrook is not like a all-star. Like his like it's like kind of like one bad game kind of like ruins his like the past like month and a half his performance. It's just like, oh, okay, like it's just his performance tonight pretty much just proved his point, like, oh, he's just not that kind of player that could lead his team because he had one bad game, and then it's just like, oh, yeah, it sucks to see. Like I feel like
been leading this like let's think about where the Wizards were last year. They basically had no, like, their only roster difference was John Wall traded for Westbrook.
Yeah.
And then that was it. And then they went from like the worst team in the league to like a team that, like, even with all these injuries that they had, like losing basically Thomas Bryant and Rui Hachimura for so long.
Oh, and Deni Avdija.
Yeah, and Avdija's gone. Like Thomas Bryant's been gone basically the entire season. Like ever since the beginning of the season, they had no front court depth. Like it was just Robin Lopez, and then they had to sign bum ass Alex Len, and then like Westbrook was still able to carry these guys, but Westbrook and Beal was able to carry these guys into a play-in like that. I think that's pretty impressive already. Like, what more do you want from them? Like,
yeah, I mean, like
it's not a super team, right? It's not. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see that game. Now, right?
Yeah, we'll see when they play Pacers and see if they can redeem it. Because I feel like they can still redeem it. Like Westbrook can redeem himself for sure if he can pull out another magic, another performance against Pacers to lead them go into the 8th seed. But I mean, it sucks. It sucks to see that like a month and a half of his like stellar performance can potentially be ruined because he had a bad game, like a 6 for 18, like, and his stat line was like 24, 12, and what was it, 24, 12, and 8 or something? That's his stat line.
5.
Yeah, that's his stat line. So I mean, stat line wise, it wasn't like bad game, but it was like
6 for 18 is a very typical. It's a typical game for him though. Like that's
not even just for him, but for anybody. Like 6 for 18 is not like. It's not disastrous. I wouldn't call it a disastrous game.
It's not, right? It's not.
You're shooting 30%. You probably should take 18 shots.
Like, what kind of expectations are we holding? This guy got 28, 12, and 5, and then we're calling him like, yo, he sucks. Like, like what is going on? Like, why are we like, why are we trashing on this guy, right? Why is the media trashing on him? Like, as long as Westbrook isn't getting a triple double, he's playing bad. But when he's getting a triple double, this guy's a stat pattern. Like, there's no winning for him, right? But did you guys see that stat for the record that whenever he gets a triple double, they're like his winning percentage is like at like 80%, some crazy stat like that. Like they only lost a few games, like not a lot, like only lost like a handful of games when he has a triple double.
You mean this season?
No, it's career.
There's no way. Even with the
let me take a look.
There's no way.
Sorry. So what? Sorry. So Westbrook winning percentage when he have a triple double?
Yeah. Okay. Let me Google that for you guys.
Winning percentage.
Yeah, 136 to 46.
Oh wow.
That's the record. 146. 138 to 46.
75%. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You're right. Yeah.
That's impressive. Yeah.
That's a very high percentage, right? For that. Like.
Yeah.
Bro, 184 triple doubles. Can you imagine that? That's just ridiculous.
I mean, he got a lot of them during when he was in the Thunders, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
After KD left and all that stuff.
Okay, I want to see what you guys think about the Celtics and the Nets. Like, is this a sweep?
Well, hold on. Are we going to talk about it now, or are we going to save it for when we do the East playoff predictions?
We can touch on it a little bit right now since it's already out. This is the first one that's out, right?
You know what?
To play in.
I don't think it's going to be a sweep. I think there's another narrative is the Kyrie versus Kemba.
Oh, you think Kemba's going to show up for this series?
Like that. Like, come on, it's Kyrie's old team, right?
Yeah.
There's that sub narrative. So you got Tatum versus KD, right? So that'd be interesting. I don't think it's gonna be a sweep. I think the Celtics have a little bit more pride and heart to at least take one, if not two.
Yeah,
if not two.
I think it's like I personally I think it's like gonna be 4-1. If Tatum can stay hot, 4-2. But if they can go for 7 games, I think that's like overachieved already for them.
If they go 7 games, I think there's something wrong with the Nets with the big three. I don't think it's on the Celtics.
No,
right?
like right?
Yeah, I was gonna say like anything over 4-1 is overachieving for the Celtics already.
Yeah, without Jaylen Brown. Yeah.
That's barring the fact that like nothing happens to the big three. Like say one of the big three gets injured, or like they roll an ankle or something and they got sit out for the series, then maybe it can turn out a different way, especially if that guy's Harden.
But though, okay, so we do need to realize that Marcus Smart is in the play, so he is he's an elite defender, so he could create some problem for either one of them. Either one of them, right? I mean, to be fair, I feel like he can do a pretty good job on either Kyrie or James Harden, and then Tatum, he's a pretty good defender. So I mean, for Tatum, defensive wise, I feel like he needs to show that he wants to try, like he wants to defend, he wants to like play defense, because I think like one of the criticism that he always gets is like, oh, he doesn't look like he's trying, right? Like sometimes he can be like a little bit nonchalant. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but yeah, if he set his mind up to play defense, he versus KD on like both sides, it'll be pretty entertaining to watch, I think.
Yeah.
And then like Marcus Smart, he match up with either Harden or Kyrie, and then Kemba. I mean, I don't know if I can even call him should I call him a liability on defense? I mean, he's like undersized.
He is a liability.
Yeah, but so
I mean, compared to Kyrie, like Kyrie is a better defender than he is.
Yeah, well, I mean, Kemba is definitely undersized, so that I feel like that might be the deciding matchup. It's like
he's coming at Kyrie. It's time to settle it. Yeah.
So I mean, I won't be like I will be a little bit surprised if they can go 7 games, but if they do have like a decent matchup, at least for the guards, and then with Tatum and KD, and then Blake and
Tristan Thompson, they're going to cancel each other out. It's like
you think so? That's a super sub though. Blake Griffin is a super sub right now. Like he's
well, I mean, DeAndre and Blake can just interchange, right? So
hey, can we talk about Lob City being on the same team again?
Yeah, there's no Lob City. Sorry, guys.
What do you mean? He's been catching lobs. Like I was so surprised just watching these games. Like Kyrie or like Mike James. Mike James is also a super sub for them.
Yeah. But it's not. Like, sorry, this is not Lob City anymore. Like Blake Griffin, he can still dunk, which is nice.
He's catching lobs. He's not doing a windmill, but he's catching
it. It's like a barely dunk.
No, but now that you mentioned Blake Griffin, I just felt like, oh man, I'm a little bit triggered with his I guess
his
Oscar how should I say it? It's kind of like I felt like he did. I really felt like when he was in the Pistons, like he wasn't trying hard. Like I felt like he didn't give his 100. Like he was like
an actor.
I don't want to say he was acting, but it was
he's an actor. That's straight up acting. You don't just transform into this guy right now.
I don't want to say it like that, but it does kind of like annoys me that he clearly wasn't like giving them 100%, because like it's just kind of like so petty, like a little bit childish for someone like he's like 30 now to like do the stuff that he was doing when they were playing Pistons, and then now when you watch him in the Nets, like he's clearly have like still tons left in the tank, but then
Is it though?
like-
Is it tons
like-
left, or is
like
it
he's
Okay,
because?
so- I
look,
feel
like there's that one stat where he went on the Nets and he had a dunk the first play,
Yeah.
and then they're like, yo, this guy hasn't dunked in like what, like 2
2 years,
seasons,
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, that's impossible. Like there's no way that like, oh, I'm all broken down, washed up, but now once I'm here, I'm playing
right?
less minutes. Like,
Yeah,
no
it's
way,
like it's
man.
just like I feel like it's like a little bit patty. It's like pattiness from him.
Yeah.
I mean, he like, but yeah, he's doing fine. Like, I mean, he's doing okay in the Nets. I don't think like he's gonna contribute anything significant, but like, yeah, he's definitely a plus. I don't think he's a negative. I mean, nobody in the Celtics gonna be able to do anything about him. I mean,
Okay.
Tristan Thompson might give him a shot and maybe
Let-
like
let me,
push him down.
let me end our segment today with a question. In this series, will Blake Griffin score 20 points in just any game? You think he'll ever score 20 points?
Hell no.
Hell no?
I think so.
Alex is a
game.
yes?
I'm a yes. Just because
Okay.
No.
like I know how much this guy's been acting, bro. Like,
Yeah, but 20 points though, sir.
Yeah, 20
Yes,
points.
sir.
Can Blake
no,
Griffin
no,
score
no,
20 points?
a better question is he gonna catch a lob?
Oh, that's for sure. He will.
You think he's gonna catch a lob?
Yeah, he will, because he has creators, right? That's the thing. Like, he doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't have to initiate the offense. He just needs to like set a screen and then slip and then go catch it. Like, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
what is your take?
20
What do you
points,
think is he
20
gonna drop
points,
20?
no.
No, I don't think he's gonna score 20.
No 20.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so
we will see.
Let's bet. McDonald's meal.
McDonald's?
Yeah.
McDonald's?
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
I'm down.
Yeah.
One meal.
Okay. So
Yeah, sure.
yeah. There's no way.
All right. Well,
All right.
this is-
So
and
let's
this is a great
wrap it
wager.
up.
Let's
Let's
wrap this
wrap it
up.
up.
All right.
We'll be
Thanks for
back
tuning
with
in, guys.
We'll be back with the Western Conference play-ins
Tomorrow night.
later this
are we-
week. Later
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Thanks,
All right.
guys.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right,
See you
thank
guys
you.
later. Bye.